أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم افتح علينا حكمتك وانشر علينا رحمتك يا ذا الجلال والإكرام لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Now, today it will be, inshallah, the discussion will be more practical. We have been talking about how we communicate with our Lord, but today more practical. Let's concentrate on our own experiences. Now, for example, can I feel that? Can I do that? You ask a question, how do I feel it? How do I do it? Is it really possible for me? Is it really true? Is it really satisfactory? Am I really satisfied with this? We can, inshallah, put it into practice there. So the page 137, so we studied up to the paragraph, the last paragraph in the page. So you can have. Okay, but you should have got it ready before we start. Yeah. The last paragraph. Then they responded with thanks and praises to the true bestowers, showing his mercy and compassion through his sweet bounties, and exclaiming, "Glory be unto you, all praise is yours." How can we thank you as is your due? You are utterly worthy of thanks for all your bounties spread through all the universe. Hymn your praises and thanks through the clear tongue of their beings. Now we said this type of addressing is addressing in the present, not in absence. So in the presence of God. It is the, if you like, the heart or the spirit or the kernel of praying, especially 5 times daily prayer. So what we do, we go to the presence of God. But how? Have you noticed here how the subject is presented? Now I am turning to God, speaking to Him, responding to Him. But what is the, if you like, setting? How the author is presenting this communication, this response. Have you noticed that? How is it? If you like, you can read once more, twice more the text and see how am I expected to communicate with my Lord, with my owner, with my Creator.
Through experiencing His sweet bounties.
Through experiencing His
bounties.
Where? That's very good. Where?
So
experiencing His bounties. Where?
In the present.
Yeah, I wanted to get one word that I'm expecting to get, to catch. Experiencing His bounties, no, not in his imagination.
Experience.
Not, sorry?
Experience.
Here, on earth. So the communication has been established in this sentence between me and the owner of the bounties, or the one who presents these bounties to me. So we cannot isolate ourselves from the world in which we live. Even in the presence of God. That seems to be somehow very interesting. Why? When we say, I'm going to speak to my Lord, my Creator, I am inclined to forget about the world, because I'm going to speak and present my feelings to my Lord. So practically speaking, we try to forget about God, practically speaking. Is it really true? Can we really respond to God without forgetting the world while we are here in this world? So it is not realistic. If I say I'm not going to think about the tea, it means I'm remembering the tea. If I say I shouldn't really concentrate on my body, it means I'm remembering my body. How can I do that? Practically, since we are in this world, how can I really turn to my Lord, which is the common word, spiritually, the spiritually, which is the common word. How can I speak to my Lord while I am in this world? The author has been trying to educate us, train us, by seeing the aspect of this world which points to its source. It's very practical. Many people are having hard times to grasp this, because they are putting themselves in an inevitable dilemma by saying that this world that I'm going to forget, and the worldly things I'm going to forget and put them behind, but I have to turn to my Lord. They call it spiritual. I'm not saying this is the wrong expression. No, it's not wrong terminology. No. Okay, we will turn to God spiritually. That's correct. But how can I make it while my spirit is in the body? And I communicate through my body, with my spirit, through my body and through the created world outside. That's what we have to train ourselves. It is not difficult. Just we have to be sure of the methodology that we are going to follow. Not the methodology. The methodology is important. Not the subject is different or difficult. Sorry. The subject is not difficult. The methodology that we should be aware of is very essential. The methodology is to make the distinction between the word itself and the thing that you call it, the thing that this word points to. For example, we live in the world, but we have to be careful not to be worldly. Do you see the difference word means? For example, I like tea. Okay, I like drinking tea. Okay, the relationship between me and the tea has been established on the tea and me. That is worldly. Because the tea addresses to my body. but I am a human being.
So the train, you know.
Okay, no, you don't have to give an apology. Welcome. That's it. So the T and me. T addresses my body, my stomach, my appetite, etc. But I am a human being. I don't consist of tummy only, stomach. But of course it is a means for me to use my human qualities to go beyond the T itself. What? How can I go beyond the T? By forgetting the T. That is the crucial point we have to be careful. Not by forgetting the T. That is misunderstood to my experience. That we have to forget the T, but we have to remember God. Where is God? How can I? It is not realistic. We are living in this world, and I am enjoying the taste of the tea. I am here, but using my human qualities, I can question the source of the enjoyment that I am receiving through the tea. I can question this. We don't know exactly what is going on in the world of animals, but we can guess and speculate. Not really, we may be right, we may be wrong. The animals may not be able to question the source of the pleasure they are getting from the tea if they eat something grass or something, anything. But human beings can. Let's not be judgmental about the animals, but let's understand ourselves. Yeah. That's my experience here in this world. They're very practical, very, very simple, very basic to my understanding. Either I am making it so, presenting it in a very simplistic way, or it's really simple that I cannot really grasp it because of my previous, if you like, prejudiced ideas. It means if you want to be otherworldly, if you want to be with God, you have to forget about the world. This world is transient. It sounds somehow very attractive. It's very good. But is it really possible? What is the purpose in the existence of this world? Why am I put in this world, and why am I expected to communicate with my Lord while I am in this world? So I am not encouraged to kill myself in order to be with my Lord. So I am encouraged to keep my spirit within my body, protect my life, not to die. That's what I am. My feelings tell me I don't want to die. And also speech of God tells me don't kill yourself. Okay? I am here. That the speech of God and my feelings confirm each other. It's perfect. I'm happy with it. So, since I'm going to be here, how can I communicate with my Lord? How can I present my worship to Him? It's very simple. You can use the word as a means of realizing the source of the qualities that we are experiencing in this world and attributing the qualities of the things to their source and try to start communicating with the source while I'm drinking the tea or eating whatever. Yeah? Or enjoying this life. Because if you don't enjoy this life, you wouldn't know that the source is really presenting something to you good and it is pleasurable. Alaikum. Ara?
Please mute your mic because I don't think we
Yeah.
can hear. Unless you're speaking, please.
Yeah. Right, very simple. It's not I mean, mystical or something it is difficult to uncover, to realize, it's puzzling. No, no, it is very simple to me. That's why the author is saying, look, if you read it again carefully, he is establishing the structure here, which method we are going to follow. Who's going to read it slowly and really by reading the meaning between lines. Yeah. Look, yeah, he doesn't say it. The author doesn't say it. This is our methodology. No, he just presents the case as it should be, and it is upon us to pay attention to it, to uncover it, or not. Would you?
Bismillah. Then they responded with thanks and praise to the true bestower, showing his mercy and compassion through his sweet bounties.
Through his sweet bounties. Yeah? Slowly. Just experience it. Is it really? Make it practical. Not only understanding in the form of knowledge only. No, is it really? I am eating something. I am really enjoying life. What's going on through the bounties? I am receiving something. Okay.
And exclaimed, "Glory be unto you, all praise is yours."
Can you exclaim this? Glory be unto you. What is now? The bounties are between me and my Lord, because I am expected to be in the presence of my Lord while I am performing my prescribed prayers or any kind of worshipful action. So you want to say, the prayers are the summary of worship, but at the same time you don't have to be in the position of a prayer in order to communicate with your Lord, right? So when I am living in this world, am I really experiencing the grace?
How can we thank you as is your due?
So all praise is yours. Can we say all praise is yours? How can we say all praise is yours? How can we say glory be unto you? By experiencing the qualities that I'm receiving, and the source of these qualities source of existence of that object, right or not? Whatever you are experiencing in this world, you saw something up there, you enjoyed it, or somebody called you and gave you a good news, you were pleased with it, or what we will come. Some things may happen that we may not be happy. We will come to that point as well. We are not going to ignore it. But let's start with the good side of the creation, which is the majority. Yeah. Of Alaikum Assalam. Yeah.
I agree with everything, but what came to my mind about the tea, let's suppose that there's a chemical in the tea and the person has a kidney disease. So the chemical is bad for the person. How could I still praise God even though I cannot taste the tea?
Okay. Yeah, we will come to that point. First, let's start from the majority of the cases, overwhelming cases, which are good for us. One particular event may disturb us, or I may not be happy with it, or I may not be given the ability to appreciate it. For example, as you said, I cannot really taste.
But I still remember how good it is. So, you know, I think that's the cause of suffering for so many people.
So from our side, you know, there are, let's say, maybe it's time to deal with this aspect of it. We have to say, look, our position in this world is not perfect as far as our qualities are concerned. Right? What does it mean? For example, I am a created being. Through my createdness, I realize what? I am made. I am made. So through my being made, what do I realize? An answer?
I have to praise out my Creator. I have to thank Him.
So, through my being made, what do I realize?
Needy. That I'm needy.
I am
Needy. I cannot.
needy of
myself.
what? Good.
Of sustainability. Of
Of
being
my
Be very simple and straightforward.
And
I
you're
am needy of being made.
Yeah.
It's very simple. We are not making a really very complicated, sophisticated philosophy here. The tea is reading? Oh. So if anyone, please help yourself at the same time.
I'm gonna do it practically now.
Yeah, let's practice it. So I am subject to continuous change. I am subject to continuous change. Through being subject to change, what am I experiencing?
Creation.
Creation.
Creation, being created by
Creator.
somebody, not me.
Creation being created.
So the creator, so if I am created, it requires for me to say that I have a creator. So I am a human being. I cannot contradict myself. If my feelings tell me, it's my not only feelings, you know, qualities, all sorts of human qualities tell me, if something is made, there is a maker. So I am going through the reality that something is made. Through its being made, I have to go to its maker. And through the qualities of that made thing, I have to reach the source of these qualities. What can be the source of these qualities? I am a human being, I ask this question. Right? For example, I am given a shape. Who is giving me the shape? Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. Who is giving me the shape? All right? I am a conscious being. Who is giving me the consciousness? This consciousness. What can be the source of my consciousness? Just experience it. Not only intellectually understand and have a knowledge of it, but practically, can we really do that? Can we really practice this? It means I am subject to continuous change. Somebody is continuously changing me, that's it. And in my process of changing, what I see, an order, a purpose, a wisdom, right? So whoever is doing this change must be doing this with a purpose, with a wisdom, with knowledge, with order, with balance. See, carry on. All the qualities you see in the creation. And when you say, I am responding back to my Lord, what do I mean while I'm praying, performing my daily prayers, or worshiping, or any act of worship? What am I doing there? What do I mean? I am responding back. It means I am responding back to the source of the qualities I'm experiencing. Of course, it needs a little bit, not a very, very deep thinking or reflections, a little bit. You know, whoever is changing me within the context of the whole universe. So, whoever is giving me these qualities according to the harmony or the qualities of the whole universe must be the one who is holding this universe in his own control. The one who is giving the existence to the whole universe is also giving my existence within the context of this universe. So when I say whoever is operating on me is the point of worship or the object of worship for me. It's very simple. Make it very simple, not complicated. Don't make it mystical or anything. Very simple. So your spirit says, whoever is giving my existence right now is operating on me, and somehow I am happy with it, with my existence. And he is continuously changing me. He is continuously making me age. He is continuously doing some operations on me. So I am happy with the good qualities that I am given. So I have to be thankful. I have to praise all these good qualities. I have to say all praise is due to you. I have to be honest. I have to be consistent in my own being. All praise is due to the one who gave me my existence, who is operating on me, etc., and making me enjoy this life. There may be something, for example, I don't like aging. I don't like being ill. Yeah. I don't like, for example, not being able to enjoy the taste. Would you like to say something?
I'm dying, guys.
Sorry, I don't like death. Yeah? I don't like death. But why is he giving me the existence? Is he giving me the love for health? Love for life? But there are some occasions that I may not be healthy in somehow, 10%, 1%, 20%, whatever. And makes me love life, but he's giving me death. It means I have to be very careful. He is communicating with me through creating all sorts of things according to me, can be mostly good, but partially bad, according to me. We have to be very careful in order to understand the descriptions of evil in the Quran, shar in the Quran. According to me, I don't like it, right? The simple example is this: I don't like being hungry. I don't like starving, right? I don't like to be sick. I don't like to lose my seeing, the power of sight. I don't like to lose my existence. That's how I appreciate life. That's how I appreciate health. That's how I appreciate all the pleasures that I am receiving. So from my perspective now, we have to be very careful. From my perspective, some things are given to me in order to make me realize that I am absolutely dependent on my Creator. And I need my existence to be eternal, never ending. I need my pleasures to be eternal, never ending. I need my health to be eternal, never ending. But I cannot guarantee it. The things which seem to be, from our perspective, evil, may help me realize that I am not the source of my existence. I am not the source of my health. I am not the source of my life. Nothing else can be, from my perspective. But He is, if you like, the one who creates me within these conditions, hitting two birds with one stone. Do you understand? Why? What are these two birds? Showing me, practically demonstrating me that He is the source of all good, and at the same time telling me that it is not me who, or anything in this world, can be the source of all the qualities given to them. That's the dilemma of evil from our perspective. Seems to be dilemma of evil from, if we see it from God's perspective, we cannot solve the problem. Because we attribute the evil to the Creator, but the existence of the, for example, illness, completely depends on the Creator, but the wisdom in creating the illness or sickness looks to me, makes me realize that I am not the source of my health. I need to be healthy. And when I am giving the health, for example, I may not be able to see, I may not be able to hear, I may not be able to speak, but I can think. Right? I say, the one who is making me think is the source of this bounty. So I need His act of creation to be able to see. I need His act of creation to be able to appreciate the beauty and sweetness of life and being healthy. I am now doing what being in the position to realize what my reality is. I am needy. He is the source of all beauty. So He's teaching me that I am needy. Can you imagine that I exist and forever in this world, and I don't need any other source to explain my existence, because I exist by myself. First, this is not true. I don't exist by myself. Second, I cannot really make my existence permanent or eternal by myself. I am needy. So the existence is taken away from me gradually, step by step, in order to let me realize that I am always in need of the source of the existence of everything I want. I am always needy, with no exception. I am healthy, I am needy, I need to be healthy. I am ill, I need to be healthy. Both equally true. Who is going to create the health? Can I do that? Or can anything else in the universe do that? I realize, oh, my reality is always there. I am absolutely in need of everything. Health or illness, whatever, everything. And the source of existence of everything in this world, health and illness, everything, is the only creator, but he creates it in a way that I can learn my reality. That's why we can summarize the teachings of the Quran with this expression, La ilaha illallah. In order to be able to say La ilaha, I have to experience that. In order to be able to say La ilaha, I have to be given the opportunity to realize that I cannot take the existence of anything for granted. It is given. I know my position. So we welcome those things that we don't like. Say, I love them. They make me understand. They help me understand my reality. Thank you, the Creator, who is guiding me to realize who I am. That's why we have to say, I don't want to die, but it is only possible if He, the one who creates everything, gives me life. I can be alive. That is the way to acknowledge the source of all source of existence. That's what we have to solve this problem. The evil is in the side of our perspective, not in the side of God's creatorship. So people confuse. God creates illness. Who created illness? God. I'm sure. He created illness. Is his act of creating illness evil? No. He's teaching me my reality, guiding me. How about me? From my perspective, I have to go back to my Creator and say that you are the source of health, you are the creator of health, and I am turning back to you now. Please give me health. I realize that I cannot be the source of health at all. Nothing else can be. Oh, that is the way which leads me to say, glory be to God, the creator of the universe. So we conclude there, illallah. Through everything, through good, through evil, from ourselves, whatever. That's what the Quran says. You have to seek refuge from the evil of what I create to me. Right? Do you remember this verse? قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ مِنْ شَرِّ مَا خَلَقَ. It's a beautiful, if you like, composition of this matter. We can really study the verse carefully and understand what God is teaching me there. We can. Just don't be prejudiced. Don't jump to the conclusion by saying, I don't like this, why God is giving to me? That's a very simplistic way of analyzing the existence. Existence is so perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so why do we have to learn that way when God is obviously able to give us happiness without showing us unhappiness, as in heaven, or how Adam was before he was sent to earth? Or should I not even question
No, you
his
should.
intentions?
If there is a question, never neglect it. Put it
Okay.
up, put it forward. No, we have to question everything. Whatever comes to our mind is meant to be by our Creator. Right? So we cannot really neglect, we cannot really ignore it. If the question comes to you, be brave to face the question, to encounter the question. And you will be given the answer. But go, if you like, go over the question, say that there must be something from my Creator who gave me the ability to ask the question. So I have to dig into it and find out the reality there. But don't jump to the conclusion by using your previous prejudices. Don't, of course, in this matter, we should be extremely careful. The creation of something is then completely different from my liking or disliking of that particular thing. So, from the creation side, yes, God says, seek refuge into me from the evil, open the parenthesis now, that you are suffering. You are suffering. Close the parenthesis, that I have created. It means suffering is not an appropriate word. It's hurting to you. You don't want it, right? When you realize that at first it may appear to be a suffering, but when you realize the wisdom in the existence of that particular event, you will say that it's not suffering, it's really full of wisdom. There's wisdom in it. So if we ignore, there shouldn't be, right? If we ignore all of them, take all of them, there is no death, there is no change, there is no illness, there is nothing. How can I experience in this world, while being in this world, in my body, physical communication with the rest of the world, the existence of the eternal source of it? I would just think that this is the source. The word is the source itself. Everything as it is. That is the way I have been trained in order to realize the truth. The purpose in the creation of evil is not to make me suffer. So the purpose in the creation of the evil, according to me, that I don't like, evil, to make me realize my position before my Creator. That's the way to acknowledge who my Lord is. My Lord is not this universe. We have to be confident about it. Because the universe itself cannot be the source of the existence of anything. Study. Did you understand the importance of this sentence? The universe itself cannot be the existence of anything in this world. So I have to go beyond it. If the universe itself was created perfect, my reality as I am, I should take myself as I am. I cannot imagine if I was something else. No. Okay? I am looking at this universe. You have to fix one leg of the, if you like, reflection or thinking. As I am. Okay? This is as I am.
So okay. So there's no point in asking what there's no point in asking, why do I have to learn that way? Why do I have to suffer? What did I do to be like? I'm just created and I didn't do anything wrong before. Why do I have to learn this hard way? Like, there's no
Is
point
it a
in
hard
asking
way?
these questions.
Is it the hard way?
Like for
No.
some people, it is. Like,
No. Is it the hard way? Look at this. We are here as I am like this. Okay? I am communicating with the surrounding world, with my environment. Right? And through my communications with the things around me, as I am able to understand that everything around me is in need of being given existence. It means everything around me is in need of being created, brought into existence by somebody else, not by themselves. Of course, we have to be, in this sense, I understand that, the earth needs to be created, atmosphere needs to be created, the molecules of air need to be created, I myself need to be created. My qualities need to be created through what? Through my own impotence. We have to be careful. Through my own impotence. Impotence means not being able to be the cause of the existence of anything. That's how we are. So ask the question. The answer is, as you are, Tariq, communicate with the universe, you will understand that the one who created you with this capacity, as you are, and put you in communication with the rest of the world, and that you will realize that that is the only way. That's the only way I can realize who my source of existence is, what my source of existence is. Is it a hardship? As if, you go to school, you learn something. If there was no ignorance, you wouldn't learn. If you didn't know something, how would you learn? Because you already know everything. So your reality is this. You are not the source of your existence. How can you understand? You are ignorant, you didn't know, and through your endeavors, struggles, labor, through your communication with the rest of the world, you are learning and saying that I myself cannot be the source of knowledge. I am given knowledge. So if you never have been in this position, if you have not, as you are, fix yourself as I am. Don't say, my reality must be different. No, your reality is as you are. Do you see what I mean? So you cannot really go beyond what you are, or go into something different than what your reality is. I am here, I see, I hear, I'm hungry, I eat, I get satisfied, I enjoy, I don't want to die, I don't want to be ill, I don't want to be sick, all right? I don't want anybody else to be sick. That's how I am, right? And communicate with the rest of the world. As you are, you will realize that the universe has been created in a perfectly fitting way that allows you, who you are, who your Lord is. But this is the way I realize, I understand my reality, and I understand the reality in the existence of this universe. It means they all point to the absolute source of their existence. That's perfect. Perfectly arranged. So with its death, with its illness, from our perspective, not in reality, with its suffering. Because that is the only way, as I am, to know my own reality, to acknowledge who my Lord is. The Quran says, it's very important, I created you to know who your Lord is. That's the only way to know who my Lord is. Otherwise, I cannot imagine another world as I am. So I want not to be needy, and at the same time, I want who my Lord is. Impossible as you are. Impossible as we are. Whoever gave my existence gave me the opportunity to experience this. Who my Lord is. That's why, rather than running away from the question, concentrate on yourself, your own being, that as I am, what am I expected to do? Who my Lord is, who my source of, who the source of my existence is. That's what we have to ask. So, who or what the source of the existence of my human qualities is. That's the essential question. We have to be very careful. It's not difficult, but it became difficult as a result of our previous confusions. Jumping from my perspective into God's perspective, mixing up the creation and the purpose in creation. Right? For example, the teacher asks you the question, can you tell the teacher saying that, don't you know the answer? Why do you ask me? Why do you ask me? Teacher wants to teach you. Teacher wants you to learn and get rid of your ignorance and make progress. Right? Why do we pay a lot of money on it to spend our time, many, many years, by going to the institutions of education and learn? We want to. That's how we are. That we have to learn not only this information, the superficial information, we have to learn the reason of our existence. The main point that we have to concentrate on, why do I exist? When you ask this question, you get the answer from the way you are given existence. And the answer is within the question. If you say, why do I exist? Answer is in your existence. Right? People make it very sophisticated and complicated to me. So why don't we accept the way that we are, the reality of our own being? We can. We can. Just look at yourself. Can you say that, if my mind was working in another way, so how could I see the things? Your mind is not working in another way. Your reality is, your mind is working as it is now. So you have to utilize it now, as it is.
My problem is I'm fine with this existence. The problem is you're being challenged sometimes by people asking questions that make you think, I'm just, honestly, I just read a few things and it just...
You read a few things, I read a lot of things.
They
don't make sense. They don't make sense. They confuse. They jump from one sphere of the subject into another sphere. From one perspective into another. Confused. So, big we have to make it clear. We have to make it really easy, the subject, for us to understand. Very clear. Where I am, where do I stand? This is the question. Here I am. And I have this brother here, friend, and I enjoy it if he is here. If he doesn't come, last Wednesday he didn't come, I was really upset. So I like him to be present in my life. Why? Why? Why do I like it? Where did I get this sense of liking or disliking? Because if he wasn't here, I wouldn't like it. That is disliking. Why do I put in this position, liking something, disliking something? I realize my reality. Who am I? It is not easy, it is not difficult. Don't make it complicated for yourself. But what I understood personally, all the confusions are caused by confusing the spheres of reality, if you like. One reality is the existence of this world. The other reality, the source of existence of this world. So when we see something in this world, for example, there is a danger, I don't like it, but it's going to hurt me. So I say, this sense is given to me by my Creator. I have to avoid it. If I don't, I will get it. I will get the hurting, and I will suffer from it. Why am I put in this position? To understand that I'm needy. I have to take care of my senses, the given senses. So while through taking care of these given senses, I realize my own reality that I am not the source of the existence of anything. I am just using what already exists out there. So, shall we go back to the worship? But we can have a small break and tea, or there are beautiful things you can offer. Tarek?
Yes.
Or
who wants?
yeah.
Anyone?
So if you dislike something, the problem rises from this point. The problem rises this point. I don't like something to happen. I say, I don't like to hurt anybody, anything. I don't like. And then this is a very wrong conclusion, statement. I don't like it. So why is it wrong? Why is it wrong? For example, we were talking about why the genocides, for example, happen. I said, don't go there. Even if there is a small insect here, and you hurt it, you kill, or you, damage his life, so you don't like it. Don't say, I don't like it. What am I expected to say? I like it? No. That is the very shortcut thinking, simplistic way of thinking, reflection. Very simple. I don't like it. I say, where did I get this sense of disliking hurting somebody or something, damaging somebody? I have to say, it is not me who is disliking this event. It is the creator of this sense in me who is telling me that I should not like it. I am obeying his, if you like, way of creating. So I should say, my Creator asked me to dislike hurting other people. My Creator gave me the ability to dislike, for example, any bad things happen. Okay? I respect it. I shouldn't say that, although I don't like it, but since God created, look at the mistakes, confusions. So I have to like it. No, I don't like it. My Creator gave me the ability to dislike it, and I don't like it. So it is God's choice that I don't like it. It is the Creator's choice, Creator of this sense's choice that I don't like it. People start making statements like this. If you read all those people who are making a lot of, if you like, fuss about the creation of or existence of evil, they say, we don't want something to happen. Right? Where did you get this sense? So, this statement is false. It's not you who dislike it. It is your Creator who gave you the sense of disliking, disliking. Through that you are learning. It shouldn't happen. So you shouldn't choose it first. You should reject it. You should stand against it. That's what these senses are all given to us. Then you learn that this is something bad. So at the same time, as we said, God hits two birds with one stone. At the same time, we learn that we are needy of not hurting the perfection, etc. And nothing is the source of perfection in this world. Nothing is the source of perfection in this world. Nothing. Because everything is in need of being given existence. Whatever the qualities we see in the things are all given qualities. Because nothing can be the source of its own existence, can be the source of the existence of its qualities. So, for example, no one can say that I created my eyes. No one can say that I created myself. I gave existence to myself. None of the cells can say that I made myself. None of the particles of the cells can say that we made ourselves. Look at it. Look at it. Who gave the existence to that quality that you are observing on the particle? Is it the source of existence of its own quality or not? You have to think. If you can say that it is the source of its own existence, okay, I say bye-bye. That's your way. I cannot say. I cannot say. I cannot say that I am the source of my own existence. The earth is the source of its own existence. The sun is the source of its own existence. My capacity, which is given to me, whether I believe in God, the Creator or not, my capacity cannot approve it. So I cannot contradict myself. I think we have to keep telling this to ourselves. Belief means believing in God, believing in the Creator, or any other form of expressing one's, belief. Fundamentally, essentially, is nothing but not contradicting your own reality. If I say, I believe in God, I am a practicing Muslim, I'm a practicing Christian, are you aware that belief means nothing but not contradicting your reality? By yourself. Be consistent in your own existence. That's belief. That's what the Quran says. We have to study. Brother Abad is here, I think. I don't know.
He's there.
So he's here. He asked us to study the Futra, natural religion, the Deen, the religion of Futra, the way we are created. That means this. That means this. The Quran says we prescribe to you, or we are teaching you the religion which is appropriate and perfectly fitting your Futra, your nature. So, can you imagine there is a religion there which doesn't fit my nature? What does it mean? It's so ridiculous. So your belief is, I believe in something, but it doesn't match my Fitra. It means your belief is contradicting your own reality. It's not belief, it's hypocrisy. It's not belief, you are not confident in yourself. How can you say that, although it doesn't make sense, but I have to accept it?
Self-hypnosis.
Sorry?
That's self-hypnosis, not faith.
Yeah, it is just, of course, we are not criticizing anybody, but this is the main foundations for our understanding of belief. That we have to establish our belief on this foundation. I cannot contradict myself. So if somebody says, why do you believe in God? Don't you see lots of horrible things are happening in this world? Okay, I cannot contradict myself. And start explaining accordingly. Okay. Let's go back to the text if you like. So, glory be unto you. All praise is yours. Okay.
How can we thank you as is your due?
Okay. Can you say this? We said we have to practice it. So we said in our practical life, we have to respond back to our Creator, and we are expected to say, how can you thank you? Or how can we thank you as is your due? Can we do that? Are we really aware of the reality of this statement? So it means it is really insinuating that in the sentence we cannot really thank God as is his due. It means as he deserves to be. Is it really true?
Yes.
In our practical life, good.
Yes.
Okay. So, can you explain?
Sure. I mean, because if we really start to reflect on the weight of this statement, and just like through our experiences in life, everything that we go through, even from like, for example, a brownie, or like tea, just anything, these experiences and just the majesty of the creation, we can't really we don't have the capacity to truly, we can thank the Creator, we can definitely worship him as best as we can, but never to the extent because of all the mercies and bounties in this universe. And kind of like over here it says like, thanks and praise to the true restorer, showing his mercy and compassion through his sweet bounties. That mercy is, I think, the epitome of it all. And that's why I can't really think that no matter what we do, we not only that, but we can't really comprehend it anyway. I mean, like, we can try, but I mean, there's just so much good in this universe.
So much is going on in this universe.
Exactly.
I think you would. Yeah.
The way I see it is our capacity, our understanding, our vision is limited. So yeah, we see partly what God's mercy is and what God's knowledge is, but we don't see the whole thing. We don't see how merciful he is with us, and we don't know how giving and loving he is to us. So we only could thank him for what we know and we see, but there's more that we don't see and we don't know. This is how I see it.
Okay, limitedness. Another point, yeah?
Yeah, though, I don't know, like maybe in addition to that, like even the part that we see, if we were to thank God for everything that we experience directly, we would spend all our time thanking and not doing anything else, because everything involves, like from the very beginning of your creation, involves that you should spend all your life thanking Him and not doing anything else. So I don't know if that's...
But working could be thanking Him, and living could be thanking Him. It's not just thanking
Like to keep
God,
that
right?
up all the time is really hard. Like but
But work is ibadah, right? To go to work is ibadah, is being thankful. Like, you don't really have to spend your time at home thanking God all the
no,
time.
I know.
No,
But
it's realization now. We are talking
Really?
about
It's
realization.
an awareness. I
Sorry?
mean, the fact that you are aware
Yeah.
is that you're thinking that.
Yeah.
You're aware all the time of your senses. I mean, if you're not aware, you have that. I mean, so the awareness of is a way of thinking that.
are you aware 100% of the time of all this?
Of course I am. I am. I'm learning
No,
how to
of
be
that
aware.
aspect of...
Yes.
I mean, what I mean is like it's hard for anyone.
That's what I think to do.
But I think it's human
I-
nature to be prone to heedlessness. I mean, and that's the thing. Oftentimes, that's just human nature. We're heedless. It's even mentioned in the Quran, and even like just through experience, you can see it that oftentimes you are heedless, and oftentimes you do slip. And just the fact that Allah brings you back into that mercy, even hides your sins. You know, I mean, can we really, truly, you know?
Absolutely.
I-
But in the awareness of knowing that you slipped, and there's the awareness of the knowledge, you are aware of it, even though you're committing a sin.
You are aware of it.
Of course.
So this is what I hear now is the very general understanding that we keep hearing, but I am inclined or pro thinking of the event, of this problem of really not being able to appreciate the source and say that never I can thank you enough. Nothing to do with numbers, the amount of the grace that we receive, nothing to do with our limitedness. Why? Although it may not be easy to grasp this, let's assume that as we are, again, let's fix ourselves as we are. We have to be aware. So what am I expected to know? The reality of the existence of this world, right? Do I have to have the huge universe altogether, the endless graces that we receive? Can we not, as we are, understand or discover the source of existence of even one fruit? Let's say one orange. What is the source of the existence of this orange? Can we not really go into the qualities of the creator of that orange as we are? Nothing to do with being limitedness. If we were given, which is not reality, the unlimited source, it's not reality. There's nothing. That's how I am. So I have to use my own sense and look at only one orange, communicate through the orange or with the orange, and try to understand the source of the existence of this orange. I come to the conclusion that the one who gave existence to this orange is absolute. Absolute. Otherwise, there is no way to explain the existence of this orange. Why absolute? No, bringing bringing something into existence while it does not exist by itself needs a quality which is beyond this created world. It means I have to say absolute. So do you remember the discussion we had? Being aware of the existence of absolute is different from knowing the essence of absolute. So I'm not responsible for knowing the essence of absolute, but I can easily as a human being conclude that the source of existence must necessarily be absolute. So when you realize that if the source is absolute, you easily and comfortably conclude that I cannot reach the content underlining that, the content of absolute. That's how I am. Not because I am limited, I am not limited. Whatever my conditions, or however my conditions may be or could have been expanded, still I am not absolute. I cannot really appreciate the content of absolute anyways. What does it mean? You know, this is a very famous phrase used by Muslim scholars or in the Muslim community. We cannot appreciate you as it is due to your glory. We cannot thank you as is your due. Why do they say this? That's very simple. Because of the source of existence is absolute. That is the acknowledgement of the absoluteness of the source. Very simple. So, because we cannot count, yes, we cannot count the mercy, the grace, the bounties we receive, we cannot count them, all right? That's why we cannot appreciate. Not really. We cannot really thank as it is, as is due to the source of the grace, source of grace. Not really, because the source is absolute. That's why we have to be aware that whatever I see, for example, I saw an ant moving here, walking. Not necessarily to the whole body of the ant. Even the ability that the ant is using to walk, right? Not seeing, forget about it, just walk. How can it be possible? It means how can it exist? How can it exist? This walking, how can walking, this motion exist? The source must be able to bring this phenomena of walking into existence out of nothing. It means the source is absolute. If the source is absolute, we cannot really appreciate it. That's obvious. So what we can appreciate, his being absolute. Not his being, he's absolute. He cannot be describable within the conditions of this world or within the conditions of my own capacity as I am. It is not because I'm very limited. I may be given larger qualities. Still, as a created being, I will be still limited, and I won't be able to comprehend the absolute at all. So from the beginning, I have to say that because the source is absolute, I cannot really appreciate it as it deserves to be appreciated. The source is absolute.
So the sentence is not hinting at the fact that I'm doing something wrong.
Not at all.
It's just a statement. I'm just saying that because they just make it sound like as if we can't thank you enough, so there's something wrong with us. But it seems like we're just saying that we can't thank you enough because this is how it is,
can I
right?
make a joke? If I am not given the enough ability to thank him, that's why I cannot thank him. It is not my fault.
Yes.
I didn't make myself. So it will be the maker's fault. It would be the maker's fault. But so accept or think about yourself as you are and communicate with the creation. You say, I cannot really comprehend the absolute, because absolute, I know. I am given the ability to understand that absolute is incomprehensible. That's my reality. That's my reality. Here I am. It's my reality. I say, okay, absolute is incomprehensible, but it doesn't mean that the existence of absolute is incomprehensible. No, no, no.
That's why we have free will.
So,
Like it brings me back to free will and the fact
Yeah.
that we have free will.
so whether I will choose this way or deny, or really contradict my reality, saying that there is no absolute because I cannot comprehend it. That's a choice. But be consistent within yourself. So, you are you a Muslim? Are you Muslim? I don't know, a Muslim. Are you Muslim? Yes, I'm Muslim. I submit to the truth. That's it. Very simple. I submit to the truth. How? I cannot contradict myself. That's it. If you deal with religion or belief matter apart from your own reality, that's called the fallacy of dualism. Oh God, no. Apart from your reality, there is no religion. Because it's false. There is one truth, one reality. Everything in this world points to that reality, and I have to acknowledge it if I want to be honest with myself. If I don't, it is my choice that I'm making a mistake and contradicting myself. So we have to think that the religion or the belief or conclusions, belief means really your conclusions cannot contradict myself. So these words or rhetoric, then we don't understand, blah, blah. So the wisdom of God, well, these are all really, we have to acknowledge our reality and say that because of this, I don't understand. Because of this, I cannot really thank God as He deserves to be, as is His due. Why? That's my reality. Yeah, as you said, there's no reason for us to feel guilty of not being enough thankful. But when we use our free will, if I choose to neglect the reality, that's my choice. That is different. That is different. To neglect the reality, it means I am receiving bounty and grace, and I am not really thinking about the source of this grace that I received. That's my responsibility. But because I haven't used my ability, I contradict myself. Yeah, not the, as far as the creation is concerned, everything is perfect. As far as the creation is concerned, everything is perfect. Let's finish the paragraph. Inshallah.
Yeah, Dr. Ali, we want to talk more about like the worship that you were telling us how to pray and.
While we are praying, how are we really
How to-
communicate?
Yes.
So when we say Allahu Akbar, God is the greatest. Glory be to God, Subhanallah. When we say Alhamdulillah, all praise is due to God, I have to experience this.
Not by disconnecting myself from the world, but rather by thinking about it.
No, by not disconnecting myself from the world, by connecting myself to the source of existence of this world. Did you get it? Source of existence of this world. So while I am here, standing or living my life as I am, as I exist, I have to say my existence is given to me, the one who gave me my existence, and I'm thankful to him. Alhamdulillah. That means praise is due to God, who gave me this existence. I'm experiencing. While you are praying, don't you exist? While you are praying, don't you breathe? While you are praying, aren't you alive? Right? While you are praying or while you're in that position, whatever you are, you don't have to imagine.
Yeah, so I'm thanking him for real things, not for like things that I like
Imagine.
imagine.
Right? Let's carry on now. Can we say this comfortably? How can we thank you as is your due? Comfortably. No, not enough. You know why? We talked about it. Not because we have a lot of things, we cannot really count. All right, but even you could count, still not enough. Even you could count, yes.
You are utterly worthy of thanks.
Yeah, utterly worthy of thanks. Because everything is from him, with no exception. With no exception. The creation of everything is from him. He is giving us.
For all your bounty spread through all the universe, hymn your praises and thanks to the clear tongues of their beings.
So that is reinforcing the methodology here, this sentence. The universe itself hymns, all the universe, everything in the universe hymns his praises. Do we see? Everything. The wind is blowing, the light is coming, the earth is revolving, I don't know, I'm breathing, I see, I can hear, a child is crying, asking for the help, everything. Everything hymns, it means proclaims his praise. It means all the qualities of the things that we read. Let me just jump into a very particular subject. All the things that we study and we read and we learn from this scientific studies, they say studying the world, studying the things in the world, whatever they are, the biology, psychology, whatever, the physics or maths or chemistry, whatever you study. All the qualities they mention praise his qualities. It means they are announcing, they are shouting. But the one who mentions about the person, the scientist or the person who writes the book, may not attribute it to, or its source may say it is happening by itself. I am not stupid to buy that judgment. It is happening by itself. I can see that I never approve that statement. But you may say this, that's your choice. My choice is this quality praises him, the creator. Because I cannot explain the existence of this quality in another way. I have to be confident about this. La ilaha means this. I have to be confident in la ilaha in order to reach the confidence in illallah. So all the things, bounties spread through all the universe, him, the bounty is him. It means really exalt or declare your praises and thanks through the clear tongue of their beings. Praises and thanks. Praises and thanks. Hymns praises and thanks, everything, through the clear tongue of their, but clear tongue of their being, as they are. Not because I learned it from the Quran or from the Bible, no. The thing themselves are doing this, I'm just joining them. I am just really not contradicting them. I'm just saying that everything is here, announcing your praise, or then thanking you, everything here. I'm just approving it and saying, yes, they are. I'm not adding anything when I worship. Any other quality, adding to the qualities that I see, what I am experiencing in this world. Nothing extra. Just be honest to yourself. So very simple. I just came here to declare that, for example, if we are invited to a house, there's a host, and everybody is enjoying the food, somebody stands up, says that we have enjoyed the food, we are enjoying it, whatever the situation is, and everybody is thankful to you. I'm just declaring it in a verbal sense, as I am, because I have been given the ability to speak. So I have to speak. I have to say, praise is due to the Creator God. That's it, what I am doing during the prayer. So just really being in harmony with the declarations, as the Quran says, glorifications made by the creatures, every creature, and I am just joining this declaration, saying that yes, I agree with them. That's what I came here, or I stand for. What they say, I approve it. So very simple. And so how do you feel the pleasure? Of course, you are not contradicting yourself. That is the beauty of worship. You are being honest. You are doing something right. So the pleasure of this honesty is worth everything. You are not contradicting your reality. You are being honest to your Lord, to your Creator as well. He gave you, the one who created us gave us all these human qualities. We are not contradicting them. We are not wasting them. And we are using them as they are expected to be used. Why human qualities are given to me? Why do they? Why are they given to me? In order to know who my Lord is, what I am in this world. It's very simple. So I am fulfilling my duty. It's very simple, isn't it? Yeah.
But it's really hard for someone if who doesn't know this perspective of you, right?
They should come to our
even for us, not for them, even for us. Even if you continue.
Because of the disease, to me, it's a kind of disease.
Time.
To separate religion from the world. It's a kind of the source of all diseases. When you say, for example, when you eat and enjoy your life, it is something different. If someone starts calling azan to prayer, everybody starts becoming serious. Why? It is a reminder, yes, we understand that we are weak people, we neglect our reality. I understand that. But in truth, we should be aware of our reality while we are entertaining ourselves, and at the same time, while we are performing our prayers. But it's a way of concentration. We need to concentrate. That's how we are. That's why the prayer time means just concentration.
So as oftentimes happen, like a lot of people hear the adhan, but they don't seem to notice it. then what does that mean?
Yeah, none of my business with other people. We have to be aware of it. We are just really discussing or trying to understand, learning what the ideal position is. In practice, we may not have the ideal position always, but that is our aim. You know, towards that ideal position, we have to be always conscious of our reality, how we are, what we are doing. So some people don't. I don't pay attention what the Azan is called, but I have to be aware of my own reality. That's the ideal position. So this ideal position is our aim, our target. So we have to look towards it. Yeah, not to neglect it. Okay, I think the time is, time is almost up. Mm-hmm.
All your bounties lined up in the market of the world.
Again, look at this. Look at the emphasis. All the bounties are lined up in the market of the world. Here, we understood that. The author is really not only teaching, but re-establishing the method. Re-establishing the method using various languages. But if we don't pay attention to it, we read this, and let's say if we didn't talk about this, we read the text and we start talking about the previous knowledge we learned. The word is to be forgotten, and religion needs a lot of suffering. So we have to sacrifice a lot from our time, from our money, etc. Separated. But here, everything is directly touched to the world. And be realistic. We are in the world. While we are in the world, we have to be in the presence of the source of the world. But we have to experience. We have to educate ourselves.
You don't have to go to other dimension for communicating.
Don't make it mystical something. Yeah, it's very,
Yeah.
But that is, some people want to have a mystical life. What we are doing here, if you like, we are learning how to live in a mystical, spiritual awareness while we are in the world. It's possible. But you were saying that working is also, everything is possible in the world. I can do my duty or responsibility of acknowledgement of the source of this world, that I have to worship him. It means I have to acknowledge him while I am in this world. I don't have to turn my back to the world. Okay. Okay.
And scattered over the face of the earth, proclaim your praises and extol you.
Yeah, face of the earth that we are immediately encountering here.
Through testifying to your munificence and generosity, all the well-ordered and well-proportioned fruits of your mercy and bounty offer you thanks before the gazes of your creatures.
Before the gazes of your creatures. I think the methodologically we understood. Let's stop. Eh? Would you like to ask anything or add anything?
I have a question, but we don't have to. Like, maybe we can. Does religion include, not religion, this religion, include sacrifice? Because sometimes I want to do things that I'm not supposed to do, and it can be in complete harmony, and I want to thank for like the brownies, because there's nothing wrong with the brownies, but there are things that I want to do that are not right, and well, of course I'm not going to thank God for these things while I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Like, there are rules also. There are, like, practically speaking, I want to...
When you like, do you like that sweet or whatever dessert there?
Yes.
When you eat the dessert, when you enjoy it, you said you like that. Okay. Are you sacrificing it? Oh, I have to enjoy it.
No, that's totally fine.
That's what you mean.
No,
But
I'm talking
religion
about-
means this. You are not sacrificing anything, but your reality. When you are hungry, you eat. What are you sacrificing anything? You enjoy it. Are you sacrificing anything? When you are thankful, you're happy with something. When you say, I am happy, declare it as you feel it.
Yeah.
Is it an extra labor?
No.
There's no sacrifice. There is no sacrifice. So, if you, for example, you have food in your bowl, let's say in your kitchen, and there is a needy person, okay, next to you, but really needy. You know that he needs food, and you have the food. When you feed this man, this needy person, hungry, and as he enjoys the food, what are you doing there? Think about yourself. Are you sacrificing something, or are you enjoying his enjoyment of the food you gave? So mother, it's a very typical example. When the mother takes care of the baby and, cleans her, feeds her, is she enjoying it, or is she sacrificing something? For example, if someone had a baby, if I go and ask her, you don't have to wake up at night. You don't have to sacrifice anything. Give the baby to me. What the answer will be? Even the, let's say, so-called, this is disputed, people who don't believe in God, anything, no spirituality, nothing, materialist, absolutely. Do you think will they give the baby to you, or they will try to steal your baby and take it home? What are we sacrificing? But we have to be careful. These are the rhetoric that really plays as an obstacle in our understanding of reality. These are made up words. We have to sacrifice. It sounds beautiful. It sounds exciting. I'm sacrificing, but this guy is not, so I'm better than him. It seems to be when you do some actions, if you feel that you are doing this action in a sacrificial way, I don't know if it is a worship or not. It is just tradition. It means there is a misunderstanding behind it. It means a misconceptualization of the situation there. Because it is not really aware of what it really means. If you feel, for example, while fasting, if you're sacrificing, if you feel that you are sacrificing something, then something is wrong. I wouldn't say you'd better not fast, but something is going on wrong there. You have to correct it. We have to correct it. There are many practical aspects of this matter, because our minds, or our understanding, not minds, excuse me, our cultural background has lots of contradictory baggages. We need to clean up. It's not easy, they say learning is easier than unlearning, or other way around. Unlearning is more difficult than learning. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alimul hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Okay, anybody from the Skype? Any question or comments? وإياكم إن شاء الله. We are waiting for the notes. Inshallah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.